whoever used the phraseology that Jonathan Kuminga's lost faith in Steve Kerr is an interesting way to put it. He is a 4-time NBA champion as a coach, 5 times as a player. He's a Hall of Famer. He's coaching Team USA.
Doesn't mean he can't make mistakes, though.
Yeah, to say I lost faith in him? Are you kidding me? You're the one that's trying to build up faith here, and for a while you are. You're playing better. I praised him for the game against Orlando. Last night, he played okay. Steve said he played great. that one runner across the lane off one foot just sticks in my mind all night where he's still...
But why is it that he makes one mistake and he doesn't play, and others can make lots of mistakes and keep playing?
Well, I think he makes more than one mistake.
Well,
he's still a young player that fundamentally makes a lot of. Steve wanted to play he wanted 2 bigs on the floor. That was for a while. Wiggins wasn't in. He had to reinsert Wiggins at the end.
But with the type of athleticism that Denver had on the floor at that point, he fits. I
don't know if he has the strength to deal with Aaron Gordon. I don't know if the Warriors do.
Watson, those type of players, he fits in that game. Yeah. And that's what the Western Conference is, and that's what they're lacking. And so that's what we were talking about yesterday. When Kuminga makes a mistake, he looks over to the side. When their young players make a mistake, they look over to the side. They got to play through that. They've got to deal with it. You drafted these guys. He's got to play. I agree with Kuminga.
You just play them when they make errors. You don't coach them by pulling them out.
Wiggins makes errors and plays. Clay makes errors and plays.
He benched Wiggins,
but he came back. I mean, these guys come back. He allows them to make mistakes. You have to do that. You as a coach, you can't have a guy make a mistake and pull him completely from the game. In what other sport do they do that? Guys make mistakes all the time. In baseball, you make errors. In football, you make mental and physical errors. I mean, the guy he cannot make one error. And it could be glaring, whatever the case may be. You got to play a guy. He's looking over to the sidelines and is lacking confidence.
Yeah, I just for his camp to come out and say he's lost faith in Steve Kerr. Really? You've lost faith in Steve? It's the other way around. You got to build up. Steve has to have faith in you. And I think there's been a point where he's earned that faith. We talked about featuring him more. He played a good game yesterday. I'm not saying he didn't. But that one shot, just you wonder about his spatial awareness and where he sees the floor. He's got to eliminate that kind of shot.
Curry had a horrible turnover at the end.
That was a bad play.
He's got equity built up on top of equity on top of equity. I understand that. But and you treat players differently. Not everybody is treated the same. It doesn't work like that. I totally understand that. But I do believe in last night's game he had been building confidence. And if you pull him after, I mean, I just don't buy the explanation at the end where he said, well, geez, it was just too late to put him on and he'd been sitting too long. And I just don't buy that. I think you put your best players on the floor and you look at the matchups, and they've done that all season long. And I thought that he matched up, and I thought that he played well. I mean, for every bad play, he forced Murray's 4th foul on a 3-point play at 5:48 of the third quarter. They go on that big run. I mean, he was integral in what they were doing, and then all of a sudden you just don't see him. And when you're struggling like that, aren't you looking for somebody? That's how kind of this all got started, is right? They're looking for somebody on the bench. Kuminga comes in, gives him energy. From that point forward, he actually earned a role, and then the reverse happened. So last night, you're looking for something. The team is clearly bleeding. He's not a solution sitting there on the sidelines against an athletic team like Denver.